My Gavan and Melanine, and well met indeed. I'm Arachia Galadirth, head of the modding team behind Divide and Conquer. Welcome back to the second episode of Dorwinion this week as we count down to our invasion of Dale. Our army in the east under Norway the Conqueror is just at the moment trying to avoid Grishanak by skirting around on that bridge and hoping we get attacked, where we'll be able to pin him in and kill him. Our army in the north is about to be attacked from both south and north, which will be a bit of a pain, and we're trying to rush back to the Black Gate where we can hopefully hold it. Otherwise, though, our proper northern army under Vine Lord Viduhar, Conqueror of Mistrand, is gathering its forces and will soon cross the Kelduin River and make its way north up to Dale, and then victory. Of course, we have actually now already won this campaign, according to the short victory conditions, but we now need to just crush Dale once and for all. Can't actually retrain anything there. I think we're just going to end the turn, really. And then what we really need to do is think about how best to deal with Mordor. Who can we give these regions to that won't immediately rebel? Ideally, it needs to be someone that uses Melkor's shadow, so that they will retain possession of the two regions. Either that, or we could just completely obliterate Mordor. We've got a lot of their strength has now been sapped. And with them having to return troops to focus on us, I am sure that Gondor is being freed up to attack them on the western side. Is the hope, anyway. I mean, it may not be true. Ah, yes, you did go in there. Go on, stay in there once you've got it as well. Stay in there. Yes! Perfect. And we can pop back, siege them, and completely negate their strength. They might rise up, though, actually, because that's quite a sizable army. And it's led by a general, which one of the first Mordor generals we've seen, actually. Given that Mordor, like all players and all AI, can train extra generals, they really do seem like they're not interested in it. Oh dear. Oh, an Avarin Smith's Guild. In Varfest, of all places. Caer-Andros is still held by Gondor. That's interesting to note. Enedwaith and Moria have declared a truce.
Orders.
But an army has just spawned to retake the Morannon, which we are hoping to hold on to. Edwardin the Gatekeeper, what a good name. Thank you, Roher. Vilter, let's just turn that off for a moment so we know where we are. Ah, right in the centre. You can give us a grain exchange, and then we'll take a great haul, and growth, which is probably going to be quite good. Otherwise, that'll do quite nicely. Thank you, Vilter. Varfest finally upgraded. Ah, that's why we got the next tier of the guild. And we can't really do anything here, but we've got another unit of free upkeep. And if we just slide that Lord's Hall in to the next slot, so we get an extra unit of upkeep again. Although the Mason's Guild House wouldn't be too bad, as we would save... Well, actually, no, what does it matter? We've got so much money. And no longer, it just doesn't matter anymore how much money we spend. But south, let's check some roads on there. Enmaharth has built an armory. Then go for an armourer, an herbalist, and start converting to our culture. An herbalist. Varfest repaired some things, Seragos repaired some things, and that is it.
Yes, my lord.
Oh, look, he could recruit some privateer cavalry. Your role at the moment is rather uncertain, isn't it? Oh, damn, we can't get back there in time.
To battle. As you
But it's a
command.
road! Why is our movement so impeded? That's ridiculous. Anyway,
Yes, my lord.
there's no point going into the fort. We might as well just go for it.
Yes.
Our army stands ready.
Your orders, my lord.
With honor.
We'd catch Dale completely off guard if we just walk up to their capital and then attack them. So
We
that's
shall
what we're going to
continue
do.
tomorrow.
No point fighting in the minor settlements. They will then flood everything back to Dale, don't you worry about that, and they will probably come for us elsewhere as well. Can we get any troops on our eastern border? Farmhand Pikeman, you'll do. Yep, you can train you, and yes please. I'll take the lot actually. And we're going to send you all east to Eastern Folly, because that's going to be where we need to hold. The nearest crossing point, as I've already just mentioned, is where we just crossed. So Dorwinion is safe, it's just there. And we don't actually have a backup force, do we? We're going to need to get a backup prepared and ready in case they come across. So Ilanin, that's what your purpose will be. But dear oh dear, do you build slowly. So Try and get a guild or a building in there.
Your orders, my lord.
Ah, Dudanis,
Yes,
move to Ilanin. You're going to be needed as a northern governor. Can you give me anything else? I'll take even your trash, to be honest. Dale's army will be good, but I think we'll still be able to hold them off and counter them relatively successfully. We've got him in Rawburg. Let's prepare. We make so much money, we can chuck some trash units into this area, and it doesn't matter. But we get set and we get ready for Dale.
Your orders, my lord.
Why do you keep doing that?
Yes, my lord.
You go and stand in that fort, Ian.
Your orders.
Alright, here we are. Please don't leave Saragosse. Please don't leave Saragosse. Oh, I don't want to see you. I want to go back to Saragosse. I'm very excited to attack Dale. I don't think I've ever fought against Dale. I'm just trying to rack my brain, and I don't think in an actual campaign setting, I really don't think I've ever attacked them. Here's our first foe coming from Mordor.
We must make a stand. We are besieged.
Oh, and they came out of Saragosse. But it's alright, at least they're going to attack us. But we've lost our bridge battle. And there's another army there that was the Moran and Spawn army that's come this way as well. Oh dear. Look, Gamprim, Uruk. There are still some trash units in there though. It isn't actually that good an army. It's got nothing that we would really be afraid of as a human player, such as trolls. But we are going to be downhill. They're attacking, and we're going to be down a slope.
Attack!
But this will be a crushing victory if we can keep our casualties low, but I just don't know how we're going to do that. We've only got one good horse unit, and our other elite units are archers. Which will obviously do well, but cavalry has a far more instant impact. Yeah, look at this horrible, horrible battle map. If we pull over to this side here, we're sort of on our slope ourselves, so that'll have to do. So if you could all just come and stand there for now, and anybody that shoots, don't shoot. Alright, let's
The
start
enemy
it.
have brought up more men.
It won't pause, but we'll just go down to half speed. Okay, so crossbows are need the most assistance. Although crossbows really actually should be... Let's keep the crossbows low and try and keep them out. Bowman! Where are they? Right, you guys go there like that. Elves. You guys can come slightly further back. You've got better range. You're cavalry anyway, so you're going to be staying out there. And then everyone else is just going to line up, javelins included, because we don't have very many troops here today. But we are against Mordor, so it shouldn't be too dangerous. Alright, into positions, please. Once there, you are free to fire at will. We have to try and use the crossbows to the best of our ability, which isn't very good. My ability with crossbows is poor. Decidedly poor. Spread yourselves a little bit wider like that, and then we can get the elves a little bit more on top of the hill. Looks like they are primarily coming down here to flank on that side, though. That's annoying. Let's come out at ×6. Yeah, look, they're completely ignoring our right-hand side. But then that'll give us a hill advantage if we want to then rush down onto them. Pull yourselves back a bit there. Look at that. They're just completely swinging around. Oh well, all the while that they run down there, for whatever reason they're running down there, we get to pepper them with arrow fire. Every orc slain is an orc that won't be standing back up again. So it doesn't matter where the orcs are slain from. It was my very poorly explained point there. Let's get you out onto the... Oh, look, they're just desperate to shut you down, that's all. Well, let's send them on a merry chase then, shall we? Get up behind them, that gives us the hill. Although the reinforcements are coming in, and we've always got to be mindful of that. We don't really want to charge Avalyn in until he's finished with his own arrows. And we really don't want him to get shot at because they're not very good. Their own defense isn't that good. They really are completely ignoring us, though. Alright, go for it. Shut them down. That'll have to do. Pull out again. Right, the enemy's getting closer and closer to our actual line. All coast fighting there. But no, they have now completely curled back into themselves, grouped up in the centre, and formed a nice little circle. So with that in mind, we can pull the army back in, gain a bit of a boost, getting that hill back there. Crossbows come up behind. Cavalry keep firing so that we can charge in with you. 25% basically of the enemy has died before they've even come anywhere near us because they've just chased our cavalry around the field like morons. This is partly the problem, isn't it? But then hopefully we will see real benefits by putting the old AI back in. Hopefully we should really see some change and get the AI to actually think a little bit more. Because at the moment this is just so silly. We were already going to win this battle. Our troops are just so elite and Mordor are so pathetic that no matter what we did, this was always going to be a win. But they could have made it a little easier on themselves by not just running around chasing our bodyguard. It's so silly. Right, we're getting them to come from behind. The pikes are going to move in and hit the Uruks just as the Thornbladesmen swing around so that they can charge back in. You guys charge out. Crossbows, you are still firing, are you not? And who's that at the back there? Is that Grishnak himself? Yes, it is. Standing around doing nothing. Alright, Avalyn. Let's do this. Before you get killed by archers from behind you. Oh, Grishnak has turned around. He's got 66 men. He had 66. And he only killed about 10. That's alright.
Only half the enemy force remains.
You're still shooting the Gamprin, please. You can just see the crossbows there, cresting behind our units. Not doing any damage at all. That's brilliant to see. That's really how I like it to go, you know. Come back up here and hit those archers. Halberdiers are attacking. Oh, our line has been hit. Vineyard Bowman, Orc Band. Our crossbows down there were hit as well, and they'll win, but they'll take a long time to do it. Oh, and our cavalry just got caught by the Gamprim. Punch through. Who's out there? Orc Band. We're not going to be able to kill the other Mordor army that's coming. This is going to end our army here. Oh, you finished with your arrows, have you? Right, get down there and support. Yeah, you guys charge out. You guys charge out. We'll send you up there. Get you ready to get involved. And likewise, send you as well. Who is shooting at you, Noe? Let's try and get the cavalry back involved. That was a better charge. Much better charge. Cut right into the heart of those fools. Right, curl down there. Avoid those halberdiers. Merge together on those so that you stop getting shot at. We need to shut down that big blob of archers there. But if they are all standing nicely in a line like that... no, we did nothing because the general's bodyguard was snuck in amongst them. Come on, stop these archers shooting, Avalyn. That was a pathetic charge. That was an absolutely pathetic charge. Why do you hate yourself so much? Why do you hate the country from which you love? Fight like you actually mean to do something, you stupid fools. Oh, and again, dear oh dear. Avalyn, you might as well not even be here today. You've just not showed up, have you? Who's charged us there? Orc band, that's right. No, don't worry about Orc band. Right, go, hit those Uruks. No one is on defensive mode anymore. Oh dear, loads of our army has died. This really is this is the turning point. This is the day. He's just killing nothing.
Only half the enemy force remains.
Nowhere near as good as I thought he was. The High Paladins are considerably better than these Avarian archers. Just keep it up, keep going. I can't help the melee forces, they're on their own now. Loads of the enemy has died. This is going to come right down to the wire. We really need Grishnak to die. He's fighting on. See, we are killing some. Okay, let's go back, see what's happened over here. The entire southern side has died. Norway is up against Uruk Halberds. No, you're not doing anything. Come and get involved. Our Avari Shadows are up against Uruks and they're paying the price. We're finally killing off our Elven army though. I'd be lying if I didn't say I'm actually quite happy about that. I really dislike having units that just slowly lose men over and over and over and over and over. Always winds me up. But of course we have those elite pikes and the AI will not be able to stop them. I don't know where Grishnak is though. He's out there somewhere. With any luck we will. Nice. And then we've pulled those Uruk archers into the path of our pikes.
From such tidings does victory emerge.
Yeah, we've got this. We've got this. Sea of red and gold is all that remains.
Like the coward he is. Press onward and break the spirit of his army.
Grishnak's running. No, it's not Grishnak that's running. Oh, maybe, actually. Yes, it is. There he is. Go, Evelyn.
Our men behold how our cowardly foe runs.
Yes.
It's time to press the attack.
The captain is down.
Our men have
and yes, Grishnak is down.
Without him, his troops will lose their will to fight.
We've lost our entire army in defending and fighting this battle. Mordor finally broken us on the east, but we've got money, and with this army dying, we'll have even more money now. We should be able to readily muster a force in a short amount of time, I would have thought.
The enemy army flees. This is a clear victory.
Oh dear. Goodness gracious, look at those stats. 662. And there I am blaming them, and actually they've got more kills than anyone else. Sorry, Naharim. You've done fantastically, and I've belittled you. 521 Morroquendi Sentinels. 448 Morroquendi Sentinels. The Avari have completely won this battle for us. 1,500 of the nearly 2,400 odd that we killed today. Was it 2,400? Oh no, it's 3,100. Christ. And over half of that on 3 Elven units alone. 311 there from Avari Shadows as well. Elves increasing their tally. Morroquendi Protectors 261 again. It's a disappointing victory though, isn't it? Very Pyrrhic. As if Pyrrhus himself were leading the battle. Dear oh dear. Our force won't recover from that. We'll have to get more troops to them. But we can get a couple of those mercenary units in Enmahath. And we can hold there. But our plans to stymie Mordor's progression have fallen flat.
Concede.
And then look at that force that they've got for the Black Gate. That's ridiculous. We're going to need real troops to deal with that. So Norway's going to have to abandon the eastern edge of Mordor. And all of the lives that we've taken from Mordor mean nothing because they can retrain troops in a heartbeat. absolute seconds.
Your orders, my lord.
Let's get no way out.
Yes, my lord.
Yes.
Now, Edmahath can't train anything. Austin Avari can't train anything. Varfes can, but those troops are needed for the Blackgate support. And the troops we've just trained over here need to head out east.
My lord.
To the Eastern
By your
Folly.
command.
As Dale will come.
As you wish.
I don't think Erebor will come, but Dale certainly will. I'm going to take all of you then and move you south.
Yes. We can
You're
go
going to be
no
needed
further
against Mordor.
today.
Santanwi has quite the army. Ah, but that garrison's needed up here, isn't it? As blockers for...
Your will, my lord. Orders. As you wish.
Your orders, my lord.
As,
Your will, my lord.
to hold Dale back
Yes, my
for when
lord.
we arrive and hit them.
Yes.
Should we really go into the heart of the beast, or should we stop along the way? Oh, they've got a Dudanis too. We've got a Dudanis as well, Dale.
With honor.
No, we're going to go
We
straight
shall
in.
continue tomorrow.
We're going to
We
go
can
and
go
knock
no
on their
further, my
door.
lord.
Isengard is now the largest faction, interestingly. Ostenavari got roads, so that's good timing. And we've still got the Morannon, but not for much longer. And how are we going to hold Varfes? 6 turns.
I'm gonna stick you.
Captain Lugsek.
I'm gonna stick you.
We're going to need to kill Muslan. So we're going to have to rise up, because our army... We're going to need to essentially sell the Morannon now. It doesn't matter really who we're going to sell it to, but it needs to be sold on. And giving it to Mordor is not in our plans. So our army now is going to rise up and attack Muslan.
To battle.
Did I just save it? Yes, I did. We'll save it again. So we'll rise up and attack Muslan, then we'll destroy everything in the Blackgate, abandon it, and sell it. And Khan don't share the same cultures. The only Harad do of the nations near us. We could sell it to Harad, but then Harad might well attack us, and they'll just rebuild it, and then in time we'll have them on our door. Oh, yes, there you go. Proof again. For whatever reason, enemies attacking the Black Gate, no matter where they attack from, spawn on the other side of the gate, and that's something that we need to fix. Even look, our entire army is prepared for them to be coming from that way, but they're not. That's something to do with the deployment boxes, so we need to get that changed. I'll pop that on the list. Once, of course, we've figured out making sure everyone's actually on the right Dropbox folder, which is pleasing to learn that they're not. Right. The AI is already as far away as they can be, but the AI, of course, has dug a huge hole for themselves by going and standing down a hill. So we've got a nice little opportunity to rain all of our arrow fire down upon them. I don't think we're going to need you guys. We're going to get you out, but we won't need you, I don't think. Oh, no, yes we will. Almost all of our battalions are beleaguered. Cavalry. Form a wide line, and the general will get you up in front. I'm not using the generals enough. That has been pointed out in comments, and I would agree, actually. I completely overlook generals. I'm so, I suppose, subconsciously terrified of having all of my generals killed that I tend to leave them out and leave them at the back. Right, let's go. Let's get out and finish these fools. We get to shoot lots of arrows at them, and they appear to be... I think they're trying to improve their position by moving themselves over there and away from being down a hill. But it doesn't really matter where they go, we're going to have an advantage. Units, double time! Double time! Move the cavalry over there. Oh, and apparently 2 archer units. Yeah, that was exactly what I had in mind. Out we go. Perfect. Has the added benefit of looking quite good, doesn't it? That your melee units just emerge from your ranged units and form a nice solid line. How many have died? 13%, that's good, we'll take that. Now this army has a cavalry unit that really is good. We'll send the Thorn Riders off to deal with those archers. I say deal. They won't do anything with it against them, but they can try. You guys hit those Pyrrhics. Edward in. Uruk bodyguard. Hold the line. Pull out. Once charged, pull out again. We've got a lot of archers that are, at the moment, of course, not really doing anything, so we probably shouldn't charge those Uruk archers. It gives our own archers at least something to target, keeps it in the game. Who's chasing us down there? Uruk bodyguard. Yeah, go on. Double team on them. High paladins. Even when they don't really properly charge, they still do a ton of damage. No. Oh, they've broken through the middle.
The enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost half their men. The battle is very much in our favour. Victory will be ours.
They've broken through the middle. And they're charging in their Uruk archers. Idiots. They really have broken through the middle. Dear, dear. We've underestimated Uruks. Well, not that we've underestimated them. We've just forgotten that our army is made up of trash. And we're way past the barracks event. Trash serves a role. Even if all that role is to die, it still serves a purpose. Right, let's come on, let's get you involved. Those Uruk archers being taken down. It's only really the halberdiers that are the problem. And the bodyguard's still alive somewhere.
We will smash the enemy.
How many have we lost? 20%, dear oh dear. Adrian is fantastic though. Right, so you guys. Uruk halberds, there's 35 of them alive. There's all maulers there. You go and finish those. I can't see the bodyguard. I don't know where he's gone. Adrian, you also go and assist and finish those. Oh, just as they started rout. The bodyguard, I just don't know where he is.
Men have slain the
Oh,
enemy general.
he's dead. Don't worry.
Without him, his troops will lose their will to fight.
The last Uruks fall then. Ah, the last Uruks indeed are trying to run away now. You'll not get out of here, friend. You'll pay in blood. There we are, I think that's it. Oh no, 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 no. There's a guy in the middle there. And he's gone.
This is a clear victory.
Fantastic. That's a much, much better victory. And a perfectly understandable tally. 211 golden sword once again goes to Edwin. He's probably got an entire gallery in his house filled with just golden swords. The man is a marvel and a fantastic addition, contribution to our roster. And with that, we'll abandon the Black Gate. And I don't know who we're going to give it to. And anyone we give it to, Mordor's going to get it back. So we could just sell it to Mordor, couldn't we? But then that defeats the point somewhat. But we can't risk... That army will take Varfest, and we can't allow Varfest to fall. We're putting actual time and effort into Varfest. So we're going to just destroy the Black Gate, basically. If we can't have it, nobody can.
Yes.
Okay, stand on that bridge. And Diplomat.
My lord,
Oh.
what is it you wish to discuss?
We'll give it to the Ardennai, and we're standing next to them. I would quite like... Are you rich? You're very rich. How about 4,500? I could probably get 10,000 for it, to be honest. Yes. Nimrozir the Fearless. You have chosen well today, Nimrozir.
I accept this. Well, that seemed fruitful.
Oh, we've arrived at the Grey
Farewell.
Havens. The Ardennai must have attacked and lost in the north. They hold a reasonable chunk of the south. Oh, they don't really. They have what they normally hold, and they've managed to get, what's it called? Ankaragmir, of course. Such with the, obviously, gutting of all of this from the Ankaragmir province, it's now such a nothingy backwater province, whereas before it was one of the best in the entire world. Now it is nothing, a shadow of its former self. But anyway, that will conclude this episode. So as I say, Dorwinion really is closing in on the end. Once we've taken Dale and Erebor, I will just call it a day on this campaign. So we really are only in it now just to see what the Dale battle map and the Erebor battle maps are like. So it doesn't really matter what we do with Mordor, because we've probably only got at most 4 more episodes, I would have thought. Something like that. Although I did mention that in the last episode, and yet still got a couple of comments saying, please don't end this campaign now. It did make me laugh. They must have seen the title and then instantly commented. What do you do in an exam, everyone? You read every question before you start any question, so that your head is subconsciously thinking about the answers to the further questions before you've arrived at them. And take that principle of preparedness and apply it to everything you do in life. Wait. But anyway, for now, that'll be all. So thank you very much for watching, if indeed you have. And until we speak again, dear friends, there will be a Dol Amroth episode tomorrow as well, marking the 5th episode before that falls into the line, and then Isengard on Friday. But otherwise, until then, Navair Neden Permad Melunin, and farewell.